Uh, okay, so over here the game is searching. Yeah, okay. Hmm. E4 on the board. So C6. So Caro defense on the board. And this comes the reply D4. So let's play D5. Uh, okay, so we will eliminate this. And let's see what's the reply over here. So comes knight to F3. So let's play knight to F6 on the board. Now let's see what is white response over here. White can either take the bishop out like this or the bishop out like this. There are two main variations over here. Okay, so come. This is the reply. C4 on the board. So over here it's not a better option to take it. Let's take out the bishop. Bishop F5 on the board. Now let's see what's the response over here. Guys, I hope you can see my screen on the board. Yes. Okay. Now comes knight to c3 on the board. So let's play e6 on the board. Let's see what's the response over here. In this position, we just added the defender to the pawn and develop this bishop like this. Well, now let's see what's the response over here. Guys, if you want, you can challenge me. Just send the challenges to me. That's all. Okay, over here we must capture this back. Now we have made our way for the bishop like this as well. So our bishop have 4 open diagonals. Okay, so comes a3 on the board, blocking the way of the bishop like this. So first of all, let's develop the knight. Knight to c6 on the board, and then we will look what's the response over here. So comes bishop to b5, pinning the knight. Now in this position, it's safer applied to first play bishop to e7 and then to castle. Okay, so we will castle. Now the pin is removed and we will see what's the variation over here. Let's see what's the response over here. Now white is thinking for the reply over here, and we can expect this bishop to be developed. Since this bishop is not developed over here, so it can come to f4 on the board. That can be possible. Anyways, now white is thinking for the reply over here, and let's see how white responds to this position. In this position, if we try to look, then we can expect rook to e1 on the board. Rook to e1. Since it will be attacking the bishop, first of all, what white can do is playing rook to e1. Okay, so first comes bishop to g5, attacking the knight. So let's remove this. h6 on the board, attacking the bishop. Now let's see. White in this position, we can expect white to capture this. Let's see what's the response over here. Actually, in this position, if we try to understand like bishop moves back, that will not make sense since our knight is protected by the bishop. So there is no use of pin. So it's a better option to either capture it or to just make a way back. But let's see what is white's turn over here. In this position, I will make a pre-move of capturing this since I am sure about that. Okay, so bishop f4 on the board. Now in this position, we can try to make a pin. Since there is no defender to defend this knight. Okay, so x3 we will take the bishop back, keeping a pin. Now I can play bishop back over here to just add a defender and to remove this pin. That can be the variation. Okay. Guys, I request you all to please subscribe the channel if you haven't. Okay, now it is thinking for the reply over here. White having 7 minutes on the clock. Now comes rook to e1 as we expected. Now queen over here attacking the bishop. What white can do is white will first eliminate the knight, queen to e2 and then attack the bishop. That was the plan. Now over here it's a better idea to eliminate this knight because if queen captures then the pawn is gone. Okay, so we will eliminate this. And now the bishop is also under attack. So we can attack the bishop as well. Since that bishop is very active, so it's a better idea to exchange the active pieces for passive pieces. Anyways, now white is thinking for the turn, having 6 minutes 48 seconds on the clock. Now over here, as we decided, we will eliminate this. And let's see what's the response over here. Okay, so knight captures. Now you can understand this threat. So that's the main planning. Well, over here, first of all, let's play a6 on the board, attacking the knight. Now, if knight comes over here, then it will be a big mistake. But I am very sure white is not going to bring the knight to c7. Actually, if white plays knight to c7, then this rook comes to c8, will be attacking the knight, and if white will be trying to play rook to c1, adding the defender, then it will not make any sense since we can play bishop to d6. Anyways, now let's see what's the move over here. Let's see what white responds. White is thinking for the move over here, and in this position, now white is making sure whether to play knight to c7 or to just take the knight back, or to play knight over here. Since if white plays knight over here, then it will be blocking the way of pawn to come forward. Okay, so knight comes over here. Now we can either play this, attacking this knight. So over here we will push the pawn, attacking the knight, and now white can play knight over here for just making a trade of knights, and that's all. Let's see what's the response over here. Okay, so knight comes to e4 on the board as we decided, and we will trade it. Guys, if you want, you can challenge me. Just send the challenges. Okay, now putting a pressure towards this pawn. So it's a better idea. Bishop to f6, adding a defender. And now if we look towards this position, then we can expect bishop come over here. And that's probably many of you will be expecting. And bishop to e5 on the board. Now it is putting pressure on this pawn. So if we try to attack it, rook captures and it will no longer attack the pawn. So it's a better option to capture this. And now let's see. Maybe white rook can capture it. Yeah, rook captures. And in this position, we can either try exchanging the rooks. Since this rook is having a exact open file. And this position, I guess rook to e8 was not a better idea, since this pawn is not defended. Okay, now position is almost equal. Yeah, position is equal. Rook to d8 for gaining an open file as well as attacking the queen. And in this position, now this pawn is under attack, so queen comes to e7, protecting this pawn and rook at the same time. Now let's see what's the response over here. Guys, I request you to please subscribe the channel if you haven't, and in the meantime please do like the live stream. Okay, so comes rook to c1 on the board. Now in this position we must keep one thing in mind, and that is this queen is attacking the rook. So it's a better option to just protect this. Well, over here we can protect this, and in this position queen comes to g5, attacking the rook and protecting this rook as well. So we are doing two works at the same time, and that's a very nice option. Okay, now white is thinking for the reply over here. As you all can see, white is having 4 minutes 43 seconds on the clock. In this position, we can expect white to safely protect the rook. Okay, now so comes rook to c7, putting pressure on this pawn. So it's a better option to just play queen to f4, blocking this, and the rest you all know the plan. What is going to happen next? Okay, so white bets for that, and here comes the checkmate. A very minute mistake done by white over here was just to capture this pawn, which allowed me to checkmate. Anyways, guys, if you want, you can challenge me. Just set the challenges. Okay, so here comes the 4 on the board. Now, easiest reply is knight to f6. Let's see what's the response. Okay, so g3, we will play g6 on the board, and then bishop to g7. Now comes b3 on the board. So over here, let's play d5 on the board, and let's castle. King safety is important, maintaining our king safety. Okay, so b6 on the board. Let's bring this bishop to b7. Okay, so now let's develop the knight, and our position is almost perfect. Okay, so now we can expect white to long castle over here, right? So white can long castle over here, and if we try playing this, then the threats can be like bishop come over here and then pawn push forward. Okay, now in this position is a better option to bring this knight over here, or we can bring out queen out. Okay, now let's see what's the response over here. Since our pieces are almost developed, so it's a better idea to attack opponent pieces. Okay, now white is thinking for the reply over here, and let's see what white plays over here. Okay, now over here, if we look towards this position, then we can expect white to long castle over here and to create a pawn storm like this towards my king. That can be possible. And in this position, let's see what's the response over here. Now over here, white is thinking for the reply. Let's see what white plays over here. Okay. So over here, what I observe is that white can try play f3 on the board, attacking the knight. Okay, so now white is disconnected. Anyways, in this position, white can try playing f3 on the board, attacking the knight. And when I will remove the knight, then white can try g4 in the next move. So that can be the planning for white as well. Now over here, white is disconnected. Guys, if you want, you can challenge me. Just simply challenges. That's all you have to do. And in the meantime, if you have not subscribed the channel, then please do subscribe it now. Okay, so the time's out. Yeah. Guys, if you want, you can challenge me. Just enter challenges. That's all you have to do. Okay, now here's the challenge on the board, and in this position, let's play e4 on the board. Okay. Now comes d5 on the board, Scandinavian defense. So we will eliminate this pawn. So comes queen takes on d5. Let's play c4, attacking the queen, and let's see where the queen goes. Many of you play the queen to a5. So okay, queen goes to d6 on the board. Well, over here, let's bring out this knight. Knight to f3 on the board. Or we can, okay, let's play d4. Now let's see what's the response over here. This is okay. So over here, I will prefer playing knight to e2 on the board. Knight to d2, and then comes bishop to e2. Okay, now b3 on the board. Or we can take the bishop out. Okay, so let's take back from the knight, keeping a defender in mind. Now let's see what's the response over here. Okay, knight comes over here. So safely play bishop to b2. Now the knight cannot jump over here. So it's a better option. Even we have added a defender to this. Okay, now queen giving a check. It's a better idea. Bring the knight back. Let's see. maybe there can be a knight trade, and we can try making me lose my castling ability. Yeah. Now queen trade. Yeah. So I have lost the ability of castling, and this position is a better idea to attack opponent. So d5, the main threat. And now let's see what's the response. Okay, so let's eliminate this bishop and pawn captures. Now we can either push the pawn forward or we can safely make a trap. Okay, now if we try pushing the pawn forward and black is kind of sensitive, then black can play b5 on the board, b6 on the board. That can make trouble. Or if we play this, then king come over here. Okay, so safely we will play d6 on the board. Now, for example, over here yeah, b6 on the board as I expected. Okay, so over here, let's come to our plan b4, or we can place c5 in the next move. And over here we cannot expect black to castle since this is an open file. Okay, now let's play bishop to f3, attacking this pawn. Now over here, if I play this, then it will not be a better option. So let's play rook to c1 on the board. Okay, now over here, let's push this pawn forward, and we can play bishop over here. Okay, so this is the reply, knight to e5 on the board, attacking the bishop. That's the main importance. So of course we are not going to let our bishop to go like that. So bishop b7, and if rook comes over, okay, rook comes over here, attacking this pawn at the same time. Now over here, let's play f4, attacking this knight, and this pawn is gone. Yeah, check on the board. Okay, so king to e3. Let's see what's the response over here. Now black is thinking, and black plays knight giving a check. So king comes to f3 on the board. Let's see what's the move over here. Okay, now let's see what's the response. f5 on the board. So let's bring check on the board, and let's remove the ability of castling. Yeah. Now x3, attacking the knight. Now we fight. Yeah. Black plays rook to d3, giving check. So safely let's bring the king to e2. And over here, once again a check. So king to d2, and oh, this is some threat on the board. And the knight is under attack, and this rook is also under attack. So here's the main problem. Now let's see how black handles it. Okay, so check on the board once again. Over here. Okay, let's bring the king to c2. Now once again the knight is under attack, so we can expect knight to go back anywhere. Let's see where the knight goes back over here. Now black is thinking for the reply over here. Okay, so rook giving a check once again. This means now black cannot do anything except for giving checks. That's all we are observing over here. Okay, so knight comes over here. Now let's play rook to e1, and of course there is a rook trade. If there is no rook trade, then the knight is gone. So we can expect rook trade on the board. Okay, yeah, rook trade on the board. Oh my goodness, this is a strategic blunder on the board. And that's why this bishop is important in endgame, because the bishop can have a sharp open diagonal. Anyways, now let's push the pawn forward, and now we can expect the next move. Rook comes to d4. Okay, so over here it's never a better idea to give up the pieces. So rook to f1, adding a defender. Now let's see what the response. Guys, I request you all to please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Okay, so king cannot come anywhere. So let's use this bishop. This is the main piece. So now let's take the bishop back to c6 on the board. And let's see what's the response over here. We are having 6 minutes 30 seconds on the clock. Okay. Now we can take this pawn. If we take this pawn and a check on the board. So that's the important thing we must notice. Now this is a forcing move. Black captures and now this is attacking this. So we have two options, whether to play bishop over here, putting pressure on this pawn, or if we capture this. If we directly capture this, then it will make the way of black to promote. So it's a better idea to protect it. Okay, so let's protect this. Rook to h1, adding a defender to the pawn. Now let's see what's the response. Okay, so now black is trying to push the pawns forward, and that's the best thing what black can do. Okay, now check on the board since this rook is not attacking. Okay, now let's see. King comes to f5 on the board, and we will play rook to e7. For the plan, you all know. Okay, now let's see what's the response over here. King, okay, so comes this f6 on the board. So over here, if we try check on the board, then there will be. So over here, I guess let's bring the check. King comes over here. Let's see where the king goes in this position. And now let's see what the black plays. Okay, so comes g6, king to g6, and in this position we can play this back. Then yeah, we are attacking this pawn. The main importance of playing this move. Okay, now let's see how black responds to this position. Black is thinking, and black plays king to f5. We will eliminate this, blocking this pawn to come forward. So I guess I'm having a perfect position. Okay, now this means black wants a rook trade. Okay, so if we trade, yeah, we can trade it. There's no problem in trading. And now let's give a check, and we can make the win. Okay, now if we push this, then this. We push it further. Push it further. Okay, so let's play king to d2 for creating an opposition. Now safely if we try playing this, then yeah, so h5 on the board. Okay, let's push the pawn further. Let's put it further. Okay, now we will promote to queen, and the queen on the board, as you can see. Now over here, let's try capturing these pawns. So first of all, queen to f8, attacking this. Okay, so check on the board, attacking this pawn, and let's eliminate this pawn. Okay, let's eliminate this pawn as well, and then comes the check on the board. Now we can expect this queen promotion, so let's block this. Queen comes to b1, blocking this. Okay, so comes play. Yes, of course I can play with you, Ramesh, Raj. Just send me a challenge. That's all we have to do. Thank you very much for coming to my live stream. Okay, so comes queen to e4, giving a check. Now we can just straight away give up the queen since we are having this pawn. Anyways, now we have to be careful in this position. Queen to g4, giving a check. Okay, now let's eliminate this. Okay, now this position is all set. Okay, there is no stalemate. King can jump over here. That's the only problem. Okay, so black resigns the game. Are you sending the challenge, Ramesh, Raj? Alright. Guys, I want to share you one important thing that happened to me. I just, in the end game, I was playing end game, and I promoted the queen. What happened was that the black king cannot move anywhere. That means that was a stalemate. Which means I was having a queen. Still I faced stalemate, which was a really very strategic defeat. Anyways. Okay, so I'm playing as black pieces over here. E4 on the board. Over here, let's play French defense. E6 on the board. So D5 on the board. Let's see what's the response over here. Okay, so white captures this. We will eliminate this back. Hmm. Now let's see what's the response over here. Okay, knight comes to f3, so let's take this bishop out, winning this, as you can see over here. We can try bringing the queen out, but it's rule that we must never take out the queen in early the opening, so it's not a better option. Okay, so trying to pin, where there is no problem with that. Bishop to e7. Now let's see what's the response over here. Guys, I request you all to please subscribe the channel if you haven't. Okay, now white placed x3 on the board. Now if we remove this, then queen comes and will creating a pressure to this. Okay, so over here let's not take it. Instead play bishop to f5 on the board. Now let's see what's the response. Okay, so bishop comes to d3. We will eliminate this. Queen capture, and knight comes to c6 on the board. Okay, now over here, since white has long castle, so it gives significance that white is now going to create a pawn storm towards my king. So let's make a way to long castle. Yeah, queen to d7 on the board for making a way to long castle over here. Okay, now white is thinking for the reply over here, and let's see how white responds to this position. White is thinking for the reply, and white plays knight to e5. So we will remove this. Pawn captures back, and now if we play this, so over here, let's play knight to e4 on the board, and over here, let's see what's the response. Okay, so knight eliminates this. We will. If we try eliminating this, then we check. Okay, so let's eliminate this. Long castling on the board. That was a mistake. Realizing this. Okay, now white is thinking for a while. Let's see what white responds over here. Okay, in this position we can see white is having a minor piece up. Okay, so rook comes over here. F6 on the board. Let's see what's the response. So over here, let's bring the queen to e6. And let's see, yeah, c6. Now the position is all set. Now white is thinking for a while. In this position, let's see what white plays over here. Okay, knight comes, so this pawn is now independent. We will eliminate this. Now let's see what's the response over here. Okay, so queen trade on the board. Now after a queen trade, g5 on the board. Let's see what's the response over here. We play g5, and let's see, yeah, white plays g4 on the board. So let's push the pawn forward, h5 on the board. Now the main problem is white is having a minor piece. Anyways, now let's see what's the response over here. White is now thinking for the reply. We can expect white to capture. Okay, white does not capture. So we will eliminate this pawn. And let's see what's the response. Okay, so let's eliminate this pawn. Now let's see what's the response over here. Check on the board. So safely into c7 on the board. Now let's see what's the response over here. Guys, I request you to please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Okay, so safely let's bring the rook to h4, attacking this pawn. Now the pawn is under attack, so we can expect one of the rooks to protect it. Let's see what's the response over here. Here, black, after thinking for a while, in this position, even after a minor piece of white is having trouble. Why I can say this? Because I am having two pawns, and I can use those pawns in coming towards to square for promotion. This, okay, so let's eliminate this. Now we have Now this is the reply attacking the pawn, which is the main importance of play. So we will play rook to f4. Now let's see what's the response over here. White is thinking for the while. Let's see what white plays over here. Now this pawn cannot be captured even after sorry. Okay, so once again a rook trade, and of course we are not going to accept this change rook trade even after having a minor piece. If I'm a minor piece down, then it's not a better option to trade. So it's a better option. Okay, now let's start pushing this pawn forward as we planned. Okay. So comes knight to attacking this. So let's protect the pawn, the main importance. And let's see what's the response over here. Now over here, white is thinking for the reply, and let's see what white plays over here. Guys, I request you to please like the live stream if you haven't. Okay, so let's start pushing this pawn forward. And let's see what's the response. Over here, white is thinking for the reply, and we can expect white. Okay, white plays rook to g1. So further, let's push the pawn forward, and we can start pushing this pawn like this. So in this position, our position is all set to be promoted. I mean, not all set, but we are trying. Okay, so let's push the pawn forward. If trade, we will capture this, then rook has to come over here. Otherwise, I will be promoting to queen. Knight comes over here. So now, if I try trading, I mean, we can expect this. If I try trading, so let's see, trade this. King captures back. Let's see, if king captures, then we are going to push this pawn forward like this. And our position once again all set to be promoted. So this means at last we are going to make our position equal. That is, we are going to get this knight for taking one of those pawns. Okay. Now let's see what is white response over here. White having 5 minutes 33 seconds, as you all can see over here. Okay. Now let's see what white responds with. Guys, I request you to please like the live stream if you haven't. And in the meantime, if you want to check, boom. This is not expected. Okay, so F2, and as we expected, like a trade, yeah. Now we can easily trade the rooks because it is very easy for 4 pawns to defeat 3 pawns. Okay, now king to d6. Let's bring the king to the center. Now comes king to e5. Which app is this? This is chess.com learner. If you want, you can play against me by sending the challenges. Okay, b5 on the board, and let's see. This is opposition on the board, as you all can see. Okay, so here's the reply a3 on the board. Now let's play a5 on the board. Let's see what's the response over here. Guys, I request you all to please like the live stream and please to subscribe it. Okay, so over here we play a5 on the board. Let's see what's the response. Yeah, now in this position, if we try to understand this position, if we try to take it, white captures back, and then it's not a better idea to take it. Since we are having a 4 pawn, since we are having 4 pawns, so it will be easy for us to test this effect. What are you talking about? Okay, so king comes to f4 on the board. King comes over here, no problem. If we play over here, let's see, king comes. Okay, king comes to e3. This is the problem. And now we will start pushing the pawn forward. Let's see what's the response over here. Okay, king. Now we can expect king to capture it. Let's see why white is not capturing it. White will capture it. Okay. Now white king cannot go anywhere as well. So of course white will capture the pawn. But now white is taking time, thinking for the move over here. Let's see what white is thinking. Guys, I request you all to please like the live stream if you haven't. And yes, now this is why it is taking time. Hmm. Okay. So over here, if we understand, we can expect white to capture this, and then we can start pushing the pawn forward, since it's not a better option. White captures, we will push this, white will eliminate the pawn, and then we will bring the king over here. He will eliminate this pawn, we will eliminate the pawn, and then white will start pushing the pawn. Okay. So now let's see what's the response. Yeah. Captures. Hmm. So it does not capture. Okay, now if we capture, it captures. Yeah, if we capture, yeah, it captures. We will play king over here. This, then we capture over here. King goes to there, over here, and we'll start pushing. So it will not make a nice position. Instead, if we play king over here, then it will create further problem. So let's eliminate this. That's best. Yes, AJ, you are right. This is losing position. Okay, king to b3. Now, as we expected, the response, yeah, this pawn is invited to a red carpet to the promotion. Okay, so king to e2. Let's start pushing. Now the queen on the board, and maybe there can be a stalemate. King comes over here and no stalemate. Okay, now but let's see if white sees this response. Okay, if king comes to c3, then there is no stalemate. Otherwise, there is stalemate for sure. But I'm very sure white is going to catch the move. Only if, let's see. Okay, so this was a mistake, and now the stalemate on the board. Wait. Oh yeah. So the checkmate. Oh, I did not expect it king to go to c3. Okay. Shit. Okay. Guys, if you want, you can challenge me. Just set the challenges. Okay, so here is another challenge. Why not? So, I guess over here, let's play c4 on the board. The English opening. Now let's see for the response over here. The let's capture this, chop out the d, and we will take out the queen. Oh, come on, I was playing e4. Guys, this is terrible mouse slips which I'm facing right now. e4 on the board, and let's see what's the response over here. Guys, I request you all to please like the live stream if you haven't. Okay, now what's the response? g6. So let's take out the bishop. Let's see what's the response. Okay, so let's eliminate this, and let's castle. King safety is important. Okay, so over here, let's bring the knight to e5, and let's see what white plays over here. Now black is thinking for the reply over here, and white plays knight to d5. So queen to b3. Let's see what's the response over here. Now black is thinking for the reply over here, and in this position, bishop eliminates this. So let's eliminate this back, and now knight eliminates this knight. Yeah. So let's eliminate back on the queen, and let's see what's the response. This is black's turn, and black is thinking for the reply. A reply over here. Let's see how black responds to this position. Okay, so checkmate on the board. Come on. Do you think I will fall for this? Anyways, f3 on the board. Now let's see what's the response. Black is thinking for the reply over here. So further over here, let's play e4. And now once again we can expect a queen trade. Yeah, as I expected, queen trade. Okay, so we are not going to trade. Bishop to e3, but we can expect, yeah, black trades. So black has traded. And now if rook comes over here, let's see, rook to d3, okay. So now the rook is trapped, rook is now useless over here. Now let's see what's the response over here. No problem. Let's start pushing this pawn forward. Okay. Guys, if you want to challenge me, just send the challenges. That's all you have to do. Alright.